So this is Wildermyth. And I guess, let me see before I start that, I am one half of Future Proof Games, which is a slightly more organized than the stream game studio. We make games, we've made, we've remastered The Majesty of Colors. Our current in-flight game is Exploit Zero Day, which is a is a browser-based puzzle game in which you are playing sort of white hat hackers for justice of a sort, where puzzles that you solve in the game represent systems that you're hacking. So we do a bunch of, we've done tabletop role-playing game called Rosette Dices as well. So we do a bunch of games of various sizes. Wildermyth is not our game. Every 2 weeks or so, we like to do a stream in which we play something that generally is an indie game and generally showcases something we think is interesting. This is definitely going to be sort of less thematically future-proofy. We're turning farmers into soldiers, but it seems like it's going to do something interesting with procedurally generated story or procedurally generated worlds, and also attempting to be narrative focused and character driven. So I'm excited to see what this is doing and if it pulls it off. It's a well loved game. So we will just start a story in the age of Ulstrix, a 3-chapter story that is geared towards new players. Let's do it. Standard difficulty? Sure. No mods. Oh, okay. Future warrior, hunter, or mystic. Compassionate, intellectual, goofish, romantic, and snarky loner. So, stats. Not any armor. Okay. Does this... Are we all farmers? We are all farmers. Okay, so not a ton to differentiate here. Okay. I'll go for the Future Mystic. Oh. Oh, I misunderstood. I thought I was picking one, and in fact, this is my party. Got it. Smoke by Douglas Austin. This book. Okay, so first of all, this game is lovely. The whole sort of torn pages aesthetic. There's room in it for another story. It's cold. I'm stuck here. Why not scribble in a book anyway? No one's going to read it. That'll make this the beginning. Here in my yonderling country. Something in the woods is very strange. Concerned only with the depth and echo of her thoughts, a young woman named Borthera takes the seasonal road to the town of Seedbear. It's a timeless problem, the stone in the shoe. When should one bend and remove it? When is it finally time? Where's that threshold between discomfort and laziness? I could write a treatise, probably. The breeze is light that day. Birds are timid. In fact, the whole world is taking a breath, ready to leap in the sea. I'm there already, huh? Here's the hard part. Getting Quail out of bed. Hopefully it's just her in there. And hopefully she's wearing clothes this time. Or else That's smoke? Fluttering flames roost among the far-off rooftops. Prothera runs towards town, thinking of Quail, a young woman whom she's known since childhood. Oh. Watch me worry and she's fine, gives rivalry. She must have tried to cook breakfast again, friendship. I really can't leave her alone, can I? Romance. This is not a good start to a romance. I'm gonna go friendship. Quail, you alright? I'll get you out, just make a little noise. Huh? Alright, here is an action, another action, single move, double move. All heroes take their turns in any order, and then all enemies take their turn. Okay. Look at this art. This is lovely. I'm just gonna snoop around a little bit. Alright, so just sort of looking at the UI here a second. Let's put myself there. Presumably, home skillet is in the house. Okay. Her house still standing, at least. Quail, are you hurt? Is there a reason the door's locked? She doesn't know. Why is no one? The door unlocks. Quail shoves it open. Hey, do you not smell the... I smell you. Get in here, you lout. Whoop. Your bow? Yeah, I'm gonna shoot the fire from my window. That felt like the safest. Garoo. Okay, actually, there's a monster in the garden. Is that okay? Staying in here isn't really an option. Right, so here, I've got some tools around. You're stronger than I am. You can swing something pretty good. I bet we can at least drive it off. Okay, keep creature at arm's length. If it breaks stones, it'll break bones. Yikes. This is for cooking. Why'd I grab this? I'm gonna go for a pitchfork. It can be killed, right? Just be ready when you open the door. Okay. Foe cards. It's a row. Hooves thrown sloppily around beneath it. It runs staggering, bellowing its agony. I now have a goal. Kill the beast. So, beast is in the garden. I said yes. So now I have 2 people. Open the door to reveal fabulous prizes. Okay. Let's... I feel like you should be in front. There we go. So, walling is an adjacent to an allied wall. Oh, that's cute. Can I cannot shoot. That might not have been a entirely wise decision. don't know that I need Pitchfork Lady out here stabbing at things, but... It only has 2 actions. Nice and simple. Wow, okay. Warriors are built hardy, enduring, with a natural aptitude for battle. They develop powerful techniques for close combat. Let's see. So after a kill, allies gain speed. This is Guardian. Prothera leaps up to 2 tiles in order to intercept a foe who passes nearby. Perform the reaction strike. That's pretty cool. Once every other turn, it's a swift action. Shreds 2 of a foe's armor with her weapon. I think I will do the Sentinel ability. Although it says it replaces Guardian. Which I'm not sure I caught what that was. So anyway, okay. Hunters like Quail thrive in the wild, surviving through stealth and peerless archery. They master their surroundings and bring down large quarry. Melee, range attack, apply 2 hobbled. Through shot. Flies a cleverly placed arrow that will pass through the first target and hit the next in line. Stay next to a fire. Bow attacks at +0 damage, +1 shred, and start fires. That's kind of cool. I'll see how standing next to fires works out. Sure. Claiming gear is permanent. You're about to get very popular. The creature's death is quiet. It seems to slip from life in a few stunned, hazy blinks. They'll spend a piece of the day getting the flames under control. The damage isn't as bad as it could have been. Townsfolk emerge from hiding to fight fires and clear debris. Some full of curiosity, others visibly haunted by what they've seen. We should go. Esri's alone. Sorry, I know you're tired. Me too. But I worry she might have met something. Esri? She's at that ruined tower by now. Probably talking to spiders or a ghost or something. Or another deer monster. Ezra will be waiting for us. What happened today could be happening everywhere, couldn't it? Something about that tower is just stuck in my mind. It's like when you get apple skin in your teeth. That's the worst. In your mind teeth. Huh. Yeah. Anyway, I just think we said we'd meet her. We should. The tower in the hills. You've been there? Yeah, once. Actually, looking at the tracks, they come and they go in that direction. Prothera and Quail follow the pounded path of monstrous feet, hoping for the best and dreading every other possibility. See, you just be breathing, so we can all yell and go home. I'm not a fan of rivalry. Let her be alive and unhurt. Let's see, Ezra said you'd be fine, don't make me call you a liar. Also, don't like the tone of the romance options. Let's go for friendship. A wordless while passes between them, but the quiet only heightens their worry. You've known Esri longer than I have. She's pretty capable, I feel like. Yeah, Esri's a little broody sometimes, but she doesn't often disappoint me, you know? What I'm not sure of is whether this cloak was on before I claimed it. Weird things do tend to happen around her, but I'd say she's probably up there now. figuring things out. Let's get a sense of... In order to find sites in the wilderness, heroes must scout the land, which takes time. Okay. So this is the size of the world. At least, the current amount of world. Impassable mountains. Are there things to do? So I can gather a party, craft an item. What's crafting an item look like? Huh. Resources. Did I get tricked into playing a different kind of game than I thought I was? Let's go scouting. Oh, fun. $10 days travel time? I don't even get a horse. The previous night, the tower where Ezri had arranged to meet Vorthera and Quail is a place she often used to escape to as a girl. She knows its rooms and floors so well. She could survive being chased through them. Oh no. Cough, cough. And now I wait, I suppose. Dust gets deep as rain puddles in here. Alive is alive, until that beast breaks through. You're not so bad, are you, beast? Beast noises. At least you're not loud. The tower has outlived generations. The emptiness is deep and fragrant, the door of 10,000 rains that have soaked into stone. But as the old will tell you, precious things go overlooked in a ruin. What lodges amid the bones of failure is often the dream that drove it. That book. Why have I never... Orf. Easy there. Guess you're wondering why I'm talking to myself, huh, beast? I'm also wondering. Ezri bends to pull it loose. The book's heavier than its slender spine suggests. Wildermyth. Look at all this. It's full of strange stories. The folklore of folk long forgotten. The candlelight leaping. Strikes no significant bell. It is the weird story of a child watching candlelight against the ceiling and wishing herself through it to a far realm without grown-ups. The Tears of Oak Man is a weird and rootless tragedy of a man made of oak who stands on a sea cliff and is eaten by termites as he waits for its driftwood love to wash ashore. The flotsam beauty floats forever past the edge of the incoming tide. What the fuck? The Seed Bear Boy tells of a blight-skinned man who drew things so feelingly that they began to come true, and he drew circles and circles in a book and eventually fell through. This writing is very weird. Ezra reaches the last word of the final tall tale. A few blank pages are left. This book... Something in her feels like it's coming loose, but she can't tell exactly what. There's room in it for another story. It's cold. I'm stuck here. That'll make this the beginning. Here, in my yondering country, Esri writes, words are ready. Omens have formed in the fabric of everything, and she's beginning to recognize them now. Some are just misgivings. They've crept through her body like the sourceless aches one wakes with. Others are more substantial. Now they seem lightning plain, a promise of thunder. For the wild black woods where birds once belled. This writing is weird. A hateful silence churns. Pain lights Esri's head, subsides. I made it to morning? She lowers her bleary eyes. Her story lies before her in luminous script. Empty pages have sprouted behind it. Why do I feel powerful? Ooh. Okay, so either she pulls a spoon from her pocket, or she slides a branch from the rubble. It's sturdy and has a palm-loving twist. I mean, I feel like the staff sounds cooler, but also a spoon? Spoon is convenient. Just put it in your pocket. I'll go for the staff. Well, Beast, it's time. I'm getting out of here. So, Rager. It charges without seeing its misshapen tusks swinging wildly. Use interfusion to kill from a distance. So, interfuse. Mingle the mystic's life energy with a blaze or piece of scenery. Interfuse targets great vision and can be used for further purposes. Okay. An adjacent ally or interfused mystic. So do I need to move and try and use that? Or move a little and see what's exposed? Can I undo? I can undo. Grant vision and can be used for other purposes. Okay, so this is a forge, apparently. Oh, I hadn't noticed the little hover there. Good cover, discus. I can launch stones or steal fire. Interesting. The object even fused with has an ability. Cool. So if I move myself, I'm possessing things, yeah. Okay, so what I should have infused with is like explode. It's a wooden object. Oh, interesting. I don't know if that's a very wide. Oh, it's not quite that much. Okay. I'm gonna withdraw. Guess I'll withdraw from that. Is that an action? That's probably an action. No, I still have 2 actions left. It's not clear to me exactly from these symbols which thing is going to consume an action entirely. Let me okay, so I cannot undo the withdrawing that I did. shenanigans. This will take more turns than it should have, ultimately. Will I have enough? Okay. Interesting. Okay. Oh no. Stay in that little space. It would be very convenient if you did. Let's do that. Yeah, I wonder if the feather is like just for magic shit. You can use normal actions to do the feather actions. Yeah. Okay, so I want to interfuse this. And then I want, let's say, barrage that. Ah, I will take a look at that next time. Swift action. Oh. Okay, as a mystic, Azuri's going to acquired the knack for interfusing her spirit with earthly things, drawing on these bonds to enact former magics. So, presence is charged against her foes, dealing 1 true damage to hostile creatures who enter adjacency. Naturalist is advanced interfusions. That sounds cool. For plants, trees, arches is Ezreal bonds with the earth and summons from seedling and silt a wondrous tree that pins surrounding enemies. Yeah, I'm taking that. Huh. Sure. More Monsters, a reunion by Justin Austin. More monsters roam the ruined halls and rattle the rotting furniture. But Ezreal moves quietly, sensing her way in the dark. Daylight lands on her wrist. Cool wind soothes her tired eyes. I'm still allowed to live? She closes the tower door, gentle to make no noise. That was the Mystic's art that I did, right, Tower? Where'd I get it from? Could it have just happened? Is it just one of those things? Things a woman's born with that might blossom in her life when she needs them? Suddenly, I could listen to the bookcase, talk to the flame. I could feel the sweetness in that onion plant. Ezreal? But am I a bedtime story now? Am I going to find a talking animal who gives me a quest? Ezreal, you alright there? Hey, Ezreal, something happened? Yeah, I forgot you two were coming in. I'm sorry. I just had the weirdest night and day, and Berthera and I only barely made it. That's not quite true. Y'all did fine. Yeah, see that smoke on the horizon? That's from the town. Yeah, that's Sea Bear. It burned? Garoo. Things are different than they were. Yeah, well, I don't know if you've ever seen something quite like this. A monster? Sure we have. We slay monsters. Okay, well, I do magic. Huh. I've discovered a new site. It's still under enemy control, though. Click on the banner to assault it. Okay. I'm very curious how much of the comics is the same between plays of the game. Like, is this, maybe especially in the opening, like, you know, this is all... I can easily see the opening being fairly standard, each person gets their abilities, whatever gets into the comic. I wonder if there's where there's divergence in and how this all goes, how the story is written. Choosing danger. Tactically, is there any information that might be pertinent? A perfect understanding isn't likely to emerge. What these beasts are, where they came from, what drove them to attack the town of Seedbear. But letting them nest here feels like the wrong idea. Do we fan out, get aggressive, or maximize our defense, stay tight? Sure, well... Back at my house, it was pretty simple. Kill the beast before it kills you. I just came out of there. If we're methodical, patient, we can fend them off at least. Let's go stoicism. Oh, cool. So that led to everyone having +1 armor warding. That's not what a raccoon looks like. Scrambling through shadows, its barbed appendages eagerly twitch. We've met the row before. Ta-da! Alright, every hero starts with 2 action points. Single action ends turn, single action free once per turn. After a swift action has been used, that hero's swift action becomes single actions. Okay. An action point shown in the top and bottom left. Got it. Okay. Just scoping out what's here. Okay. And we don't have any invisible enemies yet. Some folks in. It does not seem like I have to take everyone's turn at once. Like, take all steps of a person's turn. Oh, that's not enough to get there to open the door? No. Get ourselves into this hallway. Oh, why hello. Can you shoot at that angle? You can. Some scenery grants cover. Partial cover, good cover. No cover, the basket says. Not that I expected much from the basket. Okay, so I cannot interfuse anything in that room. Maybe... unless I move? Yeah. And then... oh, they got everything. Anything? This is the intercepting thing. Okay. Flanking an enemy can attack 90 degrees or more from a previous attack that turn. Okay. Silk Stab. Huh. An elusive stab coil slips into Gray Plane. While in Gray Plane, she's hidden to enemies, and her attacks ignore armor. So I'm guessing I can't shoot because of my placement. Am I too close? Yeah. And do I have anything that is useful? Is it useful to infuse? Interfuse? Same difference. No, not really. Guess I'll... Ah, yes, Silk Step would have been turned. Esri's hands are full. Oh, if I had interfused the basket. Yeah, I did not read that card correctly in terms of catching that its range was given there. A name and song. The last misshapen creature folds its bones. Folds its bones and dies. Blue fluids darken the dust. It's fascinating, grim. The color in their veins. What's it mean? A sickness, probably? Hey, look at us. Look what we did. Yeah. Day drops, day rises. Dusk is sweet, the sunrise sweeter. It's not long before they've cleaned the old tower up a bit. There's still 1,000 questions this place excites. I knew this morning would rise. I always knew this morning would rise. When I'd gaze into the sky and see a destiny for myself. A destiny to inspire song. I'm not singing. Let's not wait to be overrun. We're a company of heroes now. We'll walk the land. We'll fight. People need us. We'll give ourselves a name. And make sure it's the one they'll sing. Sounds like you've thought about this. Name the company. Oh no. We'll be called the Darlings of the Hound. How about the Enchanter Sentries? Chader's Harbingers? Enter my own name. Oh god. I kind of like Darlings of the Hound. Let's go with Darlings of the Hound. After that, the three of them are inseparable. Rumors are rampant, heroes are needed. This world will be flooded in sorrows, but its defenders are joined by a fire that night. Here follow the tales of the Darlings of the Hound. Be remembered. Your enemies improve their strategies after every fight. New card is added to the Gorgon deck. The deck is more dangerous now. Not sure about the use of... Well, I'll... I'm not at all inclined to make a broad statement like, there are too many things with decks in them these days. Rawr, rawr. I'm not sure what they're doing with the term deck here. Get legacy points by taking new sites. Legacy points. Recruit heroes. Oh, I guess I could have another 3 or so heroes in that space. Build stations. Cancel calamities. Once a site is free of enemy control, you can spend some time to secure it. Secured resources sites provide resources now and at the end of each chapter, which you can use to craft here. So that's how you get resources. Interesting. So there's a little bit of a not 4X sort of aspect to it, but setting up roost and collecting resources over time more passively is interesting. So there are calamity cards, infested tiles. Time is paused. No tasks assigned. Oh, so I could split the team if I felt like it. Heroes of Fight Magic. Yeah, I don't think I ever played that. Although the name is both super generic and also the one that I feel like maybe sort of define the genre somewhat. Like the reason its name is stuck in my head is because it's the name. Okay, so this place I don't have to secure. Let's do a secure thing. I'm in the mood for some scouring and discovery. We can set this place right as we go, can't we? So secure Hunellen Rest. Okay, provide resources, spend resources. Investigate thorough. Catalog everything. Burn what's not useful. Get it shipshape. Let's investigate thoroughly. Okay, up to 5. Interesting. Okay, so there's not... I was expecting there to be another fight, but instead, the clock I'm racing against is that calamity clock. Okay. A thorough delving through the mysteries of the Hunellen Rest has proven rewarding. Always strikes me how much there still is to find, to know. Hunellen Rest will return to the hands of the common folk. While they tend it, the site will provide resources at the end of each chapter. Hides, ingots, or spell threads. Oh, all 3. Excellent. Not a choice. A scarf. Guess this... I don't know if Hotzi is a generic term or a magic term. We'll give it to the mystic. Okay, so now those resources are white instead of gray or whatever. We've heard of trouble at Bear Nook, but we need to clear the land here first. Okay. Well, let's go this way. I bet there are a ton of mods for a variety of things. Okay, what are... So there are some lurking gorgons. General assault option. Oh, okay. That is on said gorgons. Let's do it. looking down here at the right, the bottom right. Okay. I was thinking it was showing something else about scouting differently. Okay, so the gone ox. A weird rhythmic noise filters through the trees. It's getting louder. It doesn't sound aggressive. Over here, an ancient ox leans its bulk against a beech trunk. Blood pools from its panting muzzle. This thing's sick or something. The ox doesn't flinch from Borthero's approach. She notices a wound at the back of its neck. There's something in there. What looks like a blue pomegranate seed, but it's as big as my fist. Okay. Try to get skilled fingers. Let me try and dislodge the seed. Better kill it now. Let it die with dignity as an ox at the last. Wait, I hear something, almost like it's speaking to me. This one has percent chance on it. I do want to try to dislodge the seed, but let's try. Ezri's fingers slip into the wound and pluck the seed neatly free of its resting place. The ox bows its head, feeling nothing. Ezri. In a few moments, the ox's breathing normalizes. Its muscles relax. It takes tentative steps to the edge of the clearing. Incredible. That's when a gang of afflicted beasts filters out of the trees. Get ready for a fight. They don't lunge. They remain still and stare. They recognize the seed in Ezri's hand and absorb the visible recovery of the ox. There's a collective sigh. When they lie down, the light in their eyes dims and dies. The ox wanders free. What the fuck? Okay, so we have a rager, a raccoon, and a roe. At least one of each of those. So I have a skinning knife. The quail, the archer, also has a skinning knife. Okay, interfusion with plants can do more of the pinning stuff. It's unclear, as always with these sorts of games, I will say. It's, sometimes I want to just charge ahead because I'm like, oh, I know nothing will happen until I get through the door. Let stuff provide cover. Although, someone's got to open the door. Oh, I didn't check to see if I could infuse the door. No, I cannot. There's a raccoon, there's the roe. It's a stone fox. Can you... need to be a lot closer. Let's see if we can put you there. And shoot. Do that. I do the tentacles. Let's do it. So interfusing is a quick action. Brutal. Oh, this is the same turn. Well, I don't want to... Let's see... Yeah, she's got one action left. Oof. Can you... Yeah, cannot shoot at something you're right next to. Let's... Create a tree or tile without adjacent scenery. The range on Splinter Blast is 2 squares. So I think what I need to do instead... Whoops, there's a basket. That's okay. This is constrict. A serpent of animated fabric wraps around the enemy, hobbling it and squeezing away its life. That's horrific. Okay, well, we have to get out of there. I'm going to pause and get more water because I'm running out. But let's get Prothera some armor. Oh, and raccoons now leave corrupted ground behind. Interesting. Okay, so BRB, I apologize for the bad font on the BRB screen. I'll put that on my to-do list. So, be back shortly. I have returned. Welcome back, cool peeps. I was just thinking of how this kind of scratches, especially if I have a couple more party members, scratches my like XCOM itch that I get every once in a while, where I don't actually want to play XCOM anymore. Like, I've played a lot of it, but sometimes I do like this kind of game. This doesn't have the home base component per se, but it does have sort of resources, and we'll see what the resources generate, and sort of maybe the way of some of the research in XCOM. So Burneth Weaverworks. Burning out the smell is a start. You'll have to leave the ghosts to me, though. Okay, do I find an item or work faster? Let's find an item. Infested tiles are unsafe. Infestations increase the strength of the source threat. Can ambush groups of 2 or 1 heroes, and over time will spread and turn into an incursion. We clear infestations by taking out the source or by sending a group of heroes to patrol on the tile. So this is an infested tile. Alright. Thorough delving through the mysteries of Burnoff Weaverworks has proven rewarding. Always strikes me how much there's still to find. Cool. Some clothing. I like accuracy. Let's give it to Quail. So now we have 2 infested locations. Let's go scout here. Oh, I do have one person who isn't particularly healthy. One health every 2 to 6 days. That'll take time to get there. Yeah, that'll be healthy. So, the assault is locked out, so we first must patrol. Cleared of infestation. Interesting. What other goals are there? Clear out all hostile sites. Oh, okay. This is a more core location than I had realized. It's not just that I can go to it because it's next, it's that I need to clear the rest of the areas around it first. My bad. It's fine. Oh. Okay. So, Gorgons are holders of the deck. Enemies are stronger. Armor, health, armor. Oh, I could block these using legacy points. fuck it. Let's see what happens. Oh, it paused for that. Okay. Okay, I'll have to go there. So, we'll continue our current path. Let's just assault. Clear it all up at once, theoretically. Lock words. Some kind of basement over here. A basement? Hurry. Who knows how long it'll stick around. They've been late all day. Late rising, late on the trail, late to recognize sunset, and late spotting this ruin. It's the remains of a smallish structure, and it rests on a cleared, rocky slope where trees find little purchase. Quail, what do you know about this area? All I've heard is that it used to be more thickly settled. Someone was born here. Oh, an ancestor of the pumpkin guy. You know the guy with the pumpkins and Seed Bear? We're the first down here in some time. Ash on the floor? Someone worked at this table. Knife lines, stains of sediment. It's chalk. What are these hash marks? And what's in the box? Remember there's that verse in Opal Night when Spirit comes to the Umber Lady's Hall? Past the open portal, shadows packed like ravens plumed, dimming all discovery, sharply dark and darkness doomed. Spira's sparklight shimmered spent, snuffed dispelled, left all engloomed. Fuck. This place isn't like that, I guess. But nowhere's poem perfect. The Umber Lady's Hall. The Umber Lady. Yeah, those were my favorite parts. The box is puzzle locked. One of those magic puzzle locks. Oh, is it words or numbers? Words. Thank all gods. Remind me how these function? We guess until we're frustrated, then we bash it to pieces. Lock words, they called them. The words or phrases that spring the box open. The magic lock presents a prompt with a clear slate to write an answer. The wise wanderer finds home where... Was I supposed to pick? Nope. Okay. I bet there's naughty drawings in there. Bleh. Well, air's turning out better than I thought. Could cook dinner or make a night of it. Chalk some guesses? You still got those wild peppers, don't we? Do we? I hope not. They haul their gear down the slippery stairs. The writing of this is weird. Esri digs around in the clogged chimney pipe, letting more smoke out. Secretly likes Worthera's cooking, so takes her time. Quail finds a book of nonsense to help her pass the time and dodge camp work. Worthera makes the soup, leaving out the peppers Quail detests. They shout and scribble guesses in the meantime. Who comes up with the correct lock words? The wise wanderer finds home where? Where her books prove too many to haul, where no one else yet has, where wandering eyes are welcome. I'll say where wandering eyes are welcome. Click. You don't deserve that. Just then, a clatter of hooves echoes in the basement hollow. Must have heard our treasure box open. Oh, Esri, what's in my box? Ah, looks like some odds and ends. Might be something worthwhile. Of course there is. It's my box. Oh, wow. A fancy cloak. That's... Again, not knowing what potency is exactly. What would that be under? Defenses. It's tile defenses. Not really. Armor. Okay. I'll give it to her. I have Bogmore heaving its overgrown body and musky plops. Its grasping mouth drips and stinks. Catch the spirit is a thing to do. You won't be able to catch it though. Alright, let's... Quail can get there in one turn. Spirit captured. Alright, little one. But what a story. Oh, it's alright, little one. But what a story you'll make. Okay, so I can enchant the bow, enchant a dagger, or take a legacy point. I'm gonna enchant the bow. Hopefully I'm not killing it in this process or something awful. It's very cute. I'll take the standard name. Thanks, Fire Spirit. Is there a way to open the door from afar? I mean, not really. Ah. No, no doors. No doors are opening. Awful. I misused Quail's action. Alright. Well. This looks unpleasant. Pulls the target to itself, leaving behind corruption. Okay, so shooting. Quail shoots. Will end the turn. Woof diffa. Alright. Can I... And then... Let's do... Splinter Blast. Whoa. Don't like enemies who dodge things. Putting Quail up front was my worst decision so far. I cannot aim. Can at least... Well... I think there's a sentinel? Is that gonna work out? Nope. Okay. Oh, look at the corrupted ground back there. Get rid of at least that. Let's have... I want to put a big tree in front of the doorway. Probably not. Probably not. If I move forward, can I put the big tree further in? Yes. Uh-oh. Mortal choice. Battle ragged, her right arm useless. Porthera watches friends and foes blur around her. But within that blur emerges a moment of clarity. The most important thing right now is... pulling back, living to fight another day. Taking this thing down with me. Porthera dies, dealing 12 damage. Making my memory matter. Dies, plus 3 armor all. I'm gonna go for pulling back. Takes more than that to finish Porthera Dorling. Esri, on the other hand, that might have been the end of Esri. Porthera bows out for now. Alright, well, I didn't actually mean... Let's do that. Alright. So... let's... pick that one. And I want Quail to move. Move here. Shoot. There it is. Huh. Okay. Fall back. -2 health this campaign. And suddenly, no, Quail falls back. -2 health this campaign. Esri has +5, 10 health. Or dies and deals a bunch of damage. I was expecting very similar choices. This is interesting. Well, I mean, obviously there's the one, but... let's do the fallback. But she steals a last bit of strength to drag herself to safety. Well, this is not going to go great. This is no bueno. Alright. And then shoot. Spectre said, too good movement. So, let's move here. And then Silk Step. Select the... Wait. Oh, I have to move out of the... Okay, cool. Whoa. That was an interesting little search thing that happened. Oh, I should have gone over here. Yep. Thank you, Greg. You and I noticed at the same time. I go here. Looks like I might only have that silk move once per combat, which is unfortunate. Yeah, I mean, there's no way Quail's making it out of here. This whole thing's a wash. But if I can knock down one of those motherfuckers, which I know. Quail collapses forward. Her right leg has gone silent, but frankly, the rest of her body is telling her enough. I can live through this if I can get out now. Just a leg, after all. More to life than legs. Quail assures herself of this as she finds a place to wait out the battle. Despite your sacrifices, the battle at Almwen's Lore Keep ended in defeat. Interesting. When a hero is maimed, they travel to the nearest safe town to rest until they're able to fight again. Can be maimed once per chapter. If they fall in battle a second time, they will die. So, are they all in? Yes. Okay, so they're all in Burnoth Weaver Works. Recruit opportunity. Guessing is not available because I kind of don't have a party. See if I can prepare defenses. Looking at, so Amberfur Wilds. Looking at the various approaches, they'd almost have to pass this way. During an enemy incursion, each tier of the defense will slow down the enemy and reduce their incursion size by 1. Defenses also grant buffs during a defense mission. I like defense missions. That sounds like a label of mission type that I would like. Maybe, although I just killed my entire party. Diggable earth. I stepped in poo. What do you think it is, bear? But I'd have to study the viability of a... So just a merely... Like, why wouldn't I automatically choose tier 3? Maybe... Let's say tier 2. And I have no one to do the work. Okay. So, I just need to let the clock run, I think. Word is there's someone willing to join. Hopefully I don't have to fight them. Let's recruit a greedy leader? Huh. That's right. This thing is a whole bunch of chapters. I forgot that this is like the first sliver of this whole game that I am in. Okay. No relationships. Folly never had a kind word to say about her original hometown and never mentioned its name. In fact, the closest she got to complimenting it was when she told folks it was far away, among the ruins of a raised homestead near Amwan's lore keep. She discovered a young child's drawing of a smiling god. She didn't have much reason to fight. She never needed one. Excellent. I will take a hot-headed goofball over a greedy anything. In good company. Are we really looking for fighters, or do you just want an excuse to hit the tavern? Come on, it's plain numbers. The more of us against them, the better. Not when I'm controlling things. Plus, I would like someone else to talk to while you and Quail are making up new verses to Old Bella's Hatchet. The stars were beginning to come out by the time they got back into Seed Bear proper. Good thing we got in when we did. Looks like most people are still out and about. Maybe we can knock out this errand sooner rather than later. Wait, you're back? Already? You wiped them out that quickly, or... You didn't give up, did you? There's a wide swath of space between wiping them out and giving up. There's some limbs in that space. No. Oh, good. If the Gorgons were too overwhelming for fighters with outfits and gear, the rest of us would be in big trouble. Actually, we're back because we're looking to expand the company. What about you? You look spirited. You could probably fight with that thing in a pinch, right? Probably. Here, does this face make it look more intimidating? And there's not a lot else keeping me here right now. It's the season when a young woman has to figure out what to make of her life. And this season has brought a lot of changes. Can't argue with you there. It'd be good to have the help. We've learned a bit out in the wild so far. We can have someone help get up to speed. I feel like I could use another warrior, another frontline person to help opening doors safely. These poor sad, look at these poor sad model dummies, whatever, that have to get hit. Prepare recruit. I'm gonna wait until, whoops, there we go. Let's get everybody involved. Cool. Melee attacks only cost 1 action. So swift action can enable disabled Stalwart, which grants additional armor, warding, but reduces speed. After successful kill, gain additional speed. Okay. Let's do Battle Dance. Cool. Okay, let's do this defense thing. Let's see Oh. Spur of the moment. Esri and Quail make an absurd bet. Not one for festivals? You'd think there'd be one or two look-worthy hunks at a festival. Where else do people go? Yeah, I actually feel the same. But, I'm still trying to do my part. Community spirit? Right, yeah. Dice then. You, me, a table, a bottle, 6 dice. Later. That was rather dull. It was lucky. Honestly, though, do you have a secret? I've never seen someone roll that well. No secret. I get on these streaks sometimes. Cards, dice, coins. But now you mention it. I've always wondered what would happen if we were just to pick a direction. A direction? Just pick a direction and go. If I'm really on a hot streak, well, I bet we'll find a magic item somewhere. A magic item. Seriously. Alright, I'm game. I'll bet you for a new pair of socks, or can't leave now. Let's say new pair of socks. Sure. Spur of a moment. I see the edge of the forest. So this forest has an edge. That's nice. Everything has an edge, including my patience. Look, it was a joke in the first place, wasn't it? Keep walking until we find a magic item? What even is that? Nice to take a little trip, but the trip's no longer little. Come on, Esri. Time to go back to our lives. Alright, but can we at least check out that castle first? Guess you can. Castle, where there's presumably a magic item. Follow me, Quail. Place is abandoned. I say we go in the front way. Thinking we climb in a window or something. My bones are on edge. I say climb in the window. The crumbling window, of course. You certainly like to make things hard. What? Did you have to say it like that? Oh, I see. Sex joke. These places are there if you seek them out. Dark and cool. Away from prying eyes. It's certainly private. There's a pretty big gap. You can see through to the lower level. Or maybe not so private. There's something about the way the heads are drawn when they are turning to look in a direction that makes me think of, like, medieval style paintings where proportion and distance aren't quite, like, the human body doesn't seem to be well understood. No, it's cute. Little trove collected from who knows where. Does it look magical? Not even a tiny bit. Tell you what, though. It does look guarded. Stoicism is still in effect. So that was a permanent increase, basically, I think. Let's see. All its movements are measured and soft, elegant and ill-meaning. Ooh, I like that. Let's put Looks like she can shoot from there. Wow. Very nice. And I think Sentinel. Sweep the floor. It's a butler. It's adorable. Gouge. Through prosthetic hook. The problem is that these attacks end the turn. Ugh. Sacks give some cover. Bookshelves get good cover. And melee strike has a range of 2. Does that mean I can hit? Nope. It does not. Let's see if we can kill it dead. Regardless, what is... like traps of shards on the floor, like shark pins. Oh, well, they didn't have the attack I was expecting. What is your attack? Yeah, I think I'm gonna run. I don't know. I don't know what to do with the melee enemy, or a melee fighter who is fragile. Motherfucker dodging like this. Where can you move to? Where's this damage coming from? Or where's it going if it's not decreasing their health? Yeah, it does make me... I should basically be willing to sacrifice a turn to do the silk step. Oh, that's fun. That's gonna end the turn as well. Okay, let me move out of the way. And then do that. Well, fuck, that turned out to be very effective. Let's see if Orthera can get the job done. Step. Her attacks ignore armor. And that armor is wild. Because it's not... I don't think it's just subtracting 3 off. But maybe it is. Shit. I'd hoped. It's just gonna put you off in this corner over here. Are there... So the pre-existing ones stay there. So I could just, like, cover this whole area. And then... There it is. No one died. Well, big bone claws tweezed her last soul, I'd say. Let's not rouse more of them. We can grab some of these materials. Right, that's what I mean. Then back the way we came. A short while later. So, looks like I won the bet. Seems you did. What do I owe you now? Socks? New socks, let's be sure to mention. What you failed to mention is a size. On the journey back, the weather turns. This head turn here, that's like a wild angle at which to turn one's head, is hilarious. There's a tea house, not far. They don't make it in time, and are soaked in the storm. But the tea house is dry. The fragrant teas, and later the mugs of mulled whiskey, are hot. Here's one more round for you. Thinking about something? Just rain. Slosh. Rain. It's one of the only voices I love to listen to. It can cause ruin, it can come at bad times. Still, you can't judge a rain good or bad until you've seen all it leads to. I don't know. Think back to our journey's beginning. Fortune is the spur of a moment that strikes restless hearts and sparks an adventure. Luck is the people you share it with. Guess I need another cup. Yeah? Just one more. Huh. Yeah, mulled whiskey? My first thought was, why have I never tried mulled whiskey? And then I was like, actually, mulled whiskey sounds like maybe too much. But I do definitely want to try it. I have to think about what kind of whiskey I would be willing to give up to such an experiment. So, Bloodhorn Mystic. Reduces the cost of recruit jobs. Counter-attack. After successful melee block or dodge. That's cool. When allies stand directly adjacent to an interfused object, they gain +1 bonus damage. Interfused blazes can be used to grant nearby allies fiery attacks. Arches is changed from a turn-ending action to a single action. Ooh, that's also good. I like the bonus damage. I've so far kept Ezri out of most melee attacks. Either of these two. Let's upgrade arches, because the normal interfusing is a quick action, which has made arches even harder to want to use. So, yeah. So there's a new card. defenses are being worked on. Ah, so Merlis got left behind to do the defenses, while everyone else, okay, scampered around down to check on this, to do this bet business. Okay. So, do I want to call it here? I want to keep playing all evening, and I might do so shortly after the stream, but thinking about what this game is doing with story, I'm still, like, there was a line in this most recent little exchange about how, remember how our journey began, fortune is such and such, and luck is the friends you make along the way, or the people you do it with. I might start a new save and see what's different in terms of how the story is told. It doesn't matter, but I am curious. But this is a really cool game. The tactical part, despite the fact that I've done a bad job. Despite that, and I'm not generally great at these games, it feels good, it makes sense. Even little things like the key bindings for the actions they make sense. Yeah, it feels like a well put together tactical RPG. And I'm curious, I'm gonna settle in and see how these sort of defense building types of mechanics, how those contribute to sort of the pacing of the game and the sense of the game. Because, like, I need at least one person sitting and putting these defenses on, which is fine. But, if one person's here, then that leaves me 3 to go continue forward. So I guess that's the advantage of being able to recruit more often is, and to have more points to recruit, is that you can split your party and have some people doing defenses while the rest are moving and scouting forward. But yeah, this just feels like a really nicely put together game. So, not too complex, but complex enough that you get to dig in and do some fun stuff. So, on the future-proof games front, we did not end up doing a podcast for August. There was a bit of an illness running around, and voices were not well suited to doing a podcast. So, Greg and I have not particularly discussed whether we're doing just a newsletter in September, or newsletter and podcast, or just whatever. You'll have something in the middle of September that has updates on what we're doing and how that's all going. Yeah, that's a good point on the time pressure, Greg, because, like, the fact that those enemies got harder in one fell swoop, even aside from my poor tactical approach, definitely contributed to me failing that fight, right? So, yeah, I think seeing what another round or so of that looks like, which I'm pretty close to another bump on the calamity thing. It'll be interesting to see if I feel like, oh shit, I should have really pushed. But we have been working mostly on Exploit Zero Day, which is our hacktivist puzzle game in which you are a hacker fighting against government overreach and corporate also overreach and corruption. And we are in the final story, the final segment of our Headless Swarm story, which is a paid season of content. Much of Exploit Zero Day can be played for free. There's an entire season of story You can make and share your own puzzles and play other people's story. That is all free, exploitzeroday.com. For $5 US dollars, you can also get Headless Swarm, which is in sort of an early access equivalent, and we are heading in the final stretch of that development, which is exciting. So yeah, there's that. It's been a slower summer, but it's been I don't know. It's exciting to get near the end of that phase of Exploit Zero Day, because at that point we're looking at wrapping up the alpha and moving into sort of the beta phase, where we're adding quality of life improvements more so than sort of core fundamental features. So, yeah, that's cool. So anyway, you can find us on Twitter at PlayFutureProof. All of our stuff is over at futureproofgames.com. Podcast, newsletter, blog, all the things, all of our games. We post on Twitter typically when there are going to be sales going on and bundles and things like that, so keep an ear out there. Greg will be streaming probably next weekend because I'm off by 1 week. I don't know that Greg has picked a game quite yet, but it'll be posted over on futureproofgames.com/streams with the game, and we'll post about it on Twitter as well. So that should be probably next Sunday, if that's sort of the normal thing. But other than that, I think that wraps up Wildermyth. Thank you for indulging me in like I said, a less FPG themed sort of thing, but it's been on my wish list for a while, so I will talk to y'all soon, next weekend.